Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we just made a big power move here. The question is Britain going to be super upset about it? That's a solid maybe. We're very overextended. There's a lot of angry Europeans surrounding us. We do have a good amount of manpower. And we may want to consider raising up another army. That'll bring us to 5. And that would put us a little bit over our land force limit, but we'd probably get there soon enough. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to immediately begin work on hiring a cannon down here. Yeah, France claimed some of our territory. Local militias, losing army professionalism or gaining it in exchange for 12,500 manpower. We're going to be spending a lot of manpower here shortly. And so that's going to be painful, but we'll do it regardless. Okay, we need to sort by overextension here. 51 is our next admin power. Spanish West Indies entered into a military coalition against us. Okay, that's to be expected. They were kind of already in one, so I'm not super concerned about that. We do have a looming disaster. Land maintenance under 100. Hang on. Okay, yeah, we don't have that. Stability of less than 0, less religious unity. Okay, so what would make this go away? Unrest lower than 0? That's going to take some work. Okay, so what do we want to do about this? Losing some ducats here. We definitely have some ducats that we can do. When is our next parliament event going to happen? In about a year and a half, a little bit under. This disaster is growing by 2 per month. Okay. So we don't have much of a choice here. We need to go into our local autonomy, sort by unrest, and we just need to increase autonomy in all of these locations. There's still going to be a number of them that need to be further worked on. But any of these down here, we're just going to bump it right on up. It will tick down over time. This is going to be very, very painful for us. But we need to get any of these that have unrest to get rid of the unrest. That is priority 1 right now. So, like I said, this is going to be very painful. Okay. We're going to lose a lot of our income. We're going to lose a lot of our, well, a lot of things from this. This is going to hurt us tremendously. The rest of these are okay. We don't need to do those. But this looming disaster, that is officially a problem. Trading in cocoa happened to us, sure. We're losing money at this point. No surprises there. Can we turn down our rooting out of corruption to deal with that? The answer is not really, but kind of. And we lost another stability. Oof, that's tough. Okay, these guys are going to get to work here on their drilling. So far, it's only the West Indies that have joined the coalition against us. So that's a good sign. Number of provinces in revolt, at least 10%. So, I mean, we do still have a lot of this going on, right? There's a lot of unrest. And losing that stability was not good. That's for sure. What do we want to do about this? I mean, monthly admin power wouldn't be bad. We can definitely do that. But what else do we want to do here for privileges? Is there something that we can do in here? It's mostly our overextension, right? That's a big part of it. We can see that our national unrest is currently at +6. Yeah, separatist sentiment. That's to be expected. Spanish Peru entered into a coalition against us. It's only dangerous if Britain does. Do we need, at this point, to not core and boost our stability? I don't know. That's an interesting question. We knew that this was going to be a tough chill period, though. And I'm very glad that we didn't take everything we could have up here. That's definitely a very, 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 very good thing. So we're currently gaining 13 admin power per month. And that's fine. This does mean that at this exact moment, I'm not sure that we want to exceed our land force limit. We're already over it. So I think we need to just let this tick down over time here. Yeah, 772. We definitely need to chill. We can grab an idea. This would be land attrition reduction. However, we're very close to Miltech 19, and I think we take that. As a follow-up question, how are we doing on global trade? That's very close. Noted. So we have Rebel Uprisings brewing. Where is this at? Up over here. Okay, I'm going to have these guys and these guys and these guys all stop drilling. We're going to need them to be at their top fighting condition soon. So that's fine. Did this go up to 90? It did not. Okay, there's going to be a lot of rebellion up over here, and that's actually a good thing, believe it or not. That is actually a good thing. We do need to bring up our stability. That's a big, big deal here. And what is actually 68% from overextension? I honestly think that coring will be the bigger deal. So we need to crush rebellions, and we need to core. I think that's what needs to happen here. We should get our stability up eventually. Hopefully we don't lose more stability as this goes on. But we'll crush these rebellions. We lost our Inquisitor. That may end up being a good thing for us, ultimately. National tax modifier or national unrest? We're taking the national unrest reduction for sure. So we win these battles. We'll head out over this way. Cool. And we can get this core going. Colonial Company goes bankrupt. We'll lose 50 ducks, but it's not ideal. We're going to have a lot of negative events here. That's for sure. Welcome to the faith. We have a revolt down over this direction, and we'll head over there. These revolts are, believe it or not, actually a good thing. We want these revolts to happen. Oh, another event for stability drop, putting us at minimum stability. That's really tough. The good news is we can't go any further for negative stability. And we're dealing with these revolts quite easily. So it should be reasonably fine. Some of these are going to finish up their cores here. But that's fine. Base tax, sure. Base tax moving over is reasonably okay. We win this rebellion and we'll head on down. We win this rebellion. Wichita Separatists out over here. We'll send this force to deal with that. All of these rebellions are, believe it or not, a good thing. We want to get this dealt with because this will get our number of provinces in revolt to drop as we get this done. Aztec particularists would be very good as well. That said, a lot of those are going to be down over here, I think. We'll see where they spawn. It's only 19k. Rio Branco became self-sustaining, so we want to head down over here with our colonist, and we have separatists over here. That's not surprising. We'll head on down. We can make states as well. There's no debate in Parliament right now, and we want to start a debate here. What do we want? Mercantilism. Gain military power. None of these are tremendously amazing. I guess we'll take the military power. We have a 16% chance to win. That's good enough for now. I'm not too concerned about it. We'll turn this into a state. But, of course, we're putting all of our admin power into getting rid of our overextension at this moment. So that's fine. Where is our next rebellion going to be? Aztec particularists down over here. Okay, we'll send these guys down to deal with those once they're done here. Beautiful. They will hop on down this way. No problem there. How are we doing now? Number of provinces in revolt at least 10%. Okay. So that's definitely noted. We need to get our unrest down to make this stop. Can be stopped by unrest lower than 0. So, is that our national unrest? Well, pretty much all of that is our overextension and negative stability, right? So that's definitely something that we need to work on. So we can grab this 95 here. Overextension is by far the biggest priority here. So we'll continue to crush these. And you can just park here. There we go. Okay, we had additional separatists up over here. No problem. We'll deal with those. The major question right now is, can we get these cores starting to come in? Because that'll be a big deal. That'll be a very big deal, in fact. Autonomy is improving at this point. And some of these cores are actually quite cheap. That's noted. Conversion finishing. I think that we probably do want to start these just as soon as we can. So we have additional separatists out over here. No shockers here. We knew that we'd have a lot of overextension. We're going to head over here. We've got Shimu separatists down this way. We'll have to stop these guys from drilling. And a Nilco separatist down here, or I should say up here. We'll go deal with those. No major problem. Anything in here that causes overextension that we can get at any moment, we will. So at this point, this one. Beautiful. We have a few additional separatists. We'll head directly down over there. No problem. Spanish-Peruvian separatists here. We'll redirect these guys once we're done here. So we're winning all of these battles. The real problem is this disaster. We're almost halfway to the disaster. We are going to get our overextension down fairly soon. So that's looking good. Lose 15 legitimacy? Okay, sure. Okay, that's taken back. And we're going to head directly up over here. Beautiful. Any coring that we can do? Yes. We will get this one coring. Fantastic. We just need to get these cores going as soon as possible, is what needs to happen here. But man, those stability events, those were rough. No doubt about that. But we'll take out these rebels. No problem there. And we're working our way through our admin power. Rains are failing in Amazon, sure. And we have separatists right up over here. No problem there. We'll deal with those. We'll get this core underway. We need these cores just as quick as we can. We are going to have a couple of them done soon. But man, this is looking tough. The question is, how can we get our stability up? Those two events back to back like that, that really hurt us. Very, very badly. So we are going to get some cores going here. No doubt about that. I'm not losing 100 admin power here. We lost a spy master, and we've got these guys over here. I'm going to send this force down to deal with that. We'll get another core going. And any moment now, our overextension will begin to drop. We're at 6.69 right now. Religious unity is a part of that, but it's mostly our negative stability and overextension. Just getting rid of the overextension would solve it, but that will take time. And do we have that time? We're 2/3 of the way to the internal conflicts. Maybe not. It's just bad luck that we got the back-to-back stability events there, to be honest. But we did finish up a core, so that's a good sign. And we need to continue to work on cores like this. Okay. So 6.19. Californian separatists out over here. Indeed. Unrest lower than 0. I believe that's talking about national unrest. Okay. This province is now cored, so that drops our overextension by about 20%. That does drop our overall issues, but we're at 75% on this internal conflict. It's probably going to happen. And that all comes back to those two back-to-back events that we couldn't really do anything about. It's unfortunate, but we can grab Miltech here, which will be a good benefit for us. We're going to wait until after we fought these to upgrade our troop count, or our troop type, rather. And then we've got these guys spawning right here. So we're going to need to walk back down over here. More minor inconveniences happening. And we should get more coring going. There we go. Now we're going to get our superior unit types put in. So we can go to, I think we want the American Guerrilla Warfare and then Central American Swarm Cavalry. Yeah, that looks correct. So let that go. We should definitely continue to explore. Cool. No rebellions this month. That's good. We're going to have this internal conflict pretty soon, though. I think that's very clear. There's no avoiding it. But that does buy us time to work through our admin deficit a bit, so I guess that's okay. Assuming we don't get attacked in that time. So we'll see how that goes. Inflation, indeed. We do need to continue to core here, and we'll get that coring. Our heir has fallen ill. We're just going to pray for his life. Okay, so this is going to start up in 5 months. Now, we are going to have some additional overextension going away, dropping us under 100%. That's a very good sign. But we need to work through this stability. No doubt about that one. And there's really nothing that we can do for that right now, which is slightly wild. I mean, we have this advisor that we could get, but I don't think we need him. I think we need the money more. So I think that's okay. We'll continue to core these as we can. Just getting all of that underway. Spanish Peru unrivaled us. And there's a core finishing. And a core finishing. So we're under 100% now. 4.15. That's much better. Much, much better. Unfortunately, it's not going to stop the internal conflict. So we're going to have to deal with that. But it shouldn't be that bad. I was hoping that we'd be able to avoid it, but here it is. Lose 2 stability. We were already at the minimum. And 9 peasant revolts. Okay. So that's not that big of a deal. But we're still going to have additional internal conflicts. For a bit. That will hurt us economically. No doubt about that. National unrest -1 for a bunch of ducks. Do it. We'll go into debt. I feel like it's worth it at this point. For that -1 stability, or -1 national unrest, I mean, we do need to boost our stability. Absolutely. That's a big, big deal here. But we're getting a lot better. 2 base manpower, a colonial government. We'll take the base manpower, thanks. That looks good. So a lot of this coring is getting finished up, right? Our overextension is dropping. Things are improving. Definitely improving. British Mexico entered into a military coalition against us, as did Newfoundland. None of those are actually that dangerous, though. But this is a result of the internal conflicts. There's another core finishing, bringing us to 2.8. So the way that we exit this at this point is by getting our stability up, right? So that's going to be a big, big deal. North American fur trade from Great Britain, sure. I want to get this core going. National unrest -1 again. Do it. Restrict serfdom. So we have some noble rebels up over here. We'll send this force to deal with that. No problem. And we should continue to convert. Beautiful. What else do we need for admin power? There's a decent amount here that still needs to come in. Okay. Now, we take another loan. No shockers there. We're losing a lot of money because of our internal conflicts. And that's fully expected. Fully expected. So here's the question. Do we core these at this moment? The answer is no. We have enough coring happening here that we're going to be back to negative in our national unrest. So we can start putting this towards boosting this. It will get a lot cheaper as our overextension gets better as well. So that looks good. We did just have some separatist pop somewhere. Down here? Okay. Dealt with. Fantastic. So we're not going to be coring here for the moment. We need to boost our stability. 13 colonies entered the military coalition. Okay. How are we looking in Parliament right now? 20% chance to win? Sure. It'll happen eventually. Conspiracies, huh? Yearly legitimacy. Our legitimacy is nearly maxed. But we'll deal with these pretenders. I don't think that's a problem. We can head directly in there with both of these units. And yeah, they're just... Actually, we're locked into this. Okay, this is fine. Cool. So we're going to wipe out these pretenders. No problem whatsoever there. Our overextension is still very high. And we're working on coring. So that's looking good. That's all back under control. Actually, we didn't stack wipe these guys. We're going to have to head down there. There's another core coming in. Beautiful. This is looking a lot better in terms of national unrest. And as soon as we can, we're going to boost this. Oh, they're going to love being Aztec. That is true. So we actually have 3 colonies going on right now. Fascinating. Oh, we got this one up here. Okay, that would explain it. Sure. So that will help our economy, although we're going to need more help with our economy, for sure. Too few seats in Parliament, and who do we want to give a seat to Parliament to? Just kind of looking around at random here. These guys, they have a seat. It doesn't really matter. We'll give it to someone at random. Cool. There we go. Colonial migration. Sure. So that colony is now self-sustaining. And I want to send our colonist out over here. There we go. I want to boost our stability as soon as we can. We need 220 at this moment. Now, keep in mind that it's still increased by our overextension. By half of our overextension. So this will get better as these cores finish up. Overall. So that's looking good. And we can make additional states over here. Construction cost increase? Sure. And we do need to increase, or rather get another seat in Parliament. So, friendship with the natives? Sure. Here, you can have a seat in Parliament. There we go. 10 influence. Okay. And at this point, I want to come down here and continue to explore. Perfect. We can now boost this. Do we want to do it now? Technically, it's not worth doing right now. Technically. And why is that? Because technically we should finish all of these cores first and get our overextension dealt with. That will reduce the cost of this, which would be good. Now, our religious unity is painful here as well. No doubt about that. But for now, we're going to hold off on this. The Parliament refused to pass this. Oh, I didn't actually even realize there was a less than 0, or rather a chance to end. Yeah, they refused to pass it. So what do we want to go for then? I mean, we could try to do it again. This is back to saying that there's no chance to end. Lose 3 military power, sure. 2 influence, sure. And 8 local autonomy, that's fine as well, for the time being. I don't want to spend admin power. Sailors are completely fine. And... Sailors. I like it. Losing manpower is okay too. That puts us up to a 50% chance to pass this. Excellent. Okay, so we're waiting on these cores to wrap up, right? When is the last one going to be done? 1 August 1646. So about a year. We're still positive right now in our national unrest, but only just. So that's definitely noted. We're building up our admin power, and I definitely want to continue to work on these conversions. That will also reduce the cost of our admin for our stability boost. So that's great. More cores are continuing to finish eventually, once we get this guy sent back out. There we go. Cores coming in. I like it. And these are going to come quite quickly from here. Yeah, this one is 78% done. We can make additional states, which we will do for right now. We're working on recovering minus 20.84. That is a big improvement. In fact, we just flipped positive. I like it. How are we doing here? 129 out of 139. Lovely. We are on the road to recovery now, for sure. We're now negative in our national unrest. And yeah, this internal event, or rather this internal conflict, hasn't been too bad. So, realistically, do we start boosting our stability now? We could make this still cheaper. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get all of this cored up, which means that we should have done this earlier. And then we'll start boosting our stability. This is getting better and better all the time in terms of price. So that's great. We do need a seat in Parliament, and we'll toss that over here. Beautiful. 48% chance to win. We do have some uprisings starting to come up again because the timers are starting to go away. That's expected and completely fine. No problem whatsoever there. We're not coring any of this at this time. 50 dip power? Sure, we'll take it. It's fine for now. Okay. So we've got this taken back. That's looking good. And at this point, all we need to do is start boosting our stability. But I'm going to wait until we're done coring all of this, and then we'll boost it like all at once. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to finish up this crisis. But it's looking good. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.